Good evening, Facebook family and friends. I'm Cathy Novicky, and welcome to my Facebook 90-day Facebook Live challenge for Champions Over Cancer. Today is June 28th, and it is day 34 of my Facebook Live. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all the likes and the responses. Tonight is a little bit about reflection. At day 30, it's 34 today. Day 30, I talked about celebrating a milestone. At day 31, I talked about the next 30 days being very difficult because, you're excited by day 30, you've got this momentum going, and at 31, you know that, or you're coming to understand that the next 30 days are going to be very difficult, and you have to dig in and find that heart in yourself to get through it. So I knew I had to do some reflection as to what I could keep on my plate, what I really had to put aside or ask someone else to do it, and that, that's been done. But then at 31 or 32 and 33, I spoke of fatigue, and then I spoke about fear of dying. Well, tonight, 32 and 33, and tonight's 34, and it's a Wednesday, and every other, or the second and fourth Wednesday of every month, we belong to Toastmasters Club and of Torrington. Got to shout them out. And so we went to our meeting tonight, and Jay had a speech. He gave a speech, and it was, part of his speech was a song or a poem, whichever way you like to look at it, and a song that was around when his dad was growing up, and he compared the two of them, and it basically, he spoke of this new talent that he had discovered. He was able to write after we all went through cancer, and it's his way of expressing his emotions and his attitudes and how he functions. And after the meeting, a few of us were standing around, and we were talking about his speech and we also started talking about Champions Over Cancer. And they said, well, geez, that speech, it all, it should be, it speaks to what you're doing. I said, well, it is. It's on the web page, the songs that he's written and such. And I said, because that is his contribution, that is his viewpoint, and it just, people were like, oh, that's so great. I said, yeah, well, you learn through tragedies or whatever how to get through them, and it was just so coincidental that day 30 we celebrated the milestone. 31 talked about digging in and finding a way to set up the next 30 days and what I needed to do. And then 32 and 33, these two emotions that I started to discuss. And then today at this meeting, it kind of all came together talking about Champions Over Cancer. But that's not a but. It just tied it all together. And then on the way home, I looked at my personal Facebook page, and I saw that a friend had lost her husband. And it just hit me I'm sure much less than it hit her, but it's just reality, and it's a shock, and your life can change in a second. And I know there was a lot of hardship there, and what she wrote on the announcement was beautiful and was heartfelt, and I know that it came from her soul. And I just feel very, very bad for her. And yet I know that she's a very strong woman, and she will come out of this as she has other things, and she will grow from it. She will learn, and it's not going to be easy, but no one said that life was easy. And so when I talk about cancer, I don't want people saying, oh, you like pity. Because, yeah, well, you're allowed times that you have pity parties, but you need to step up and grab life and work through the hardships and work through the challenges and reach for your future. Because 3 days ago, I don't think my friend would have anticipated that she would get this news. And as my business coach Melanie says, right now, what you're doing right now, when you're finished with it, it's done. It's in the past. And now whatever you're doing is your present. You plan for the future. You hope for the future. You dream for the future. I talk about the future in Champions Over Cancer, in closing that door, walking over, crossing that threshold, and grabbing onto a dream, a goal, going forward for your future. And I think you need to have that mindset to move forward, no matter at whatever speed it takes you as an individual. But you truly don't know what's in your future, and you truly don't know when your future is going to be no longer. None of us knows what our reality or our endpoint is. A little sick nurse humor. We say, when people come into the hospital, we say, nobody gets out alive. Not from the hospital, but from life. And it's true. And yesterday I mentioned that you're dying from the moment you're born. And it's not to be morbid. It's just the reality of the situation. So I think what I want to take away from this, and I hope that anyone who's watching or watches afterwards will appreciate, is that people have hardships. We all have hardships. And how we choose to deal with them is, some of it is from how we're raised, and some of it is how we deal with things and the choices we make, and that the future is ours. It's yours and it's mine. What I choose to drive for is everyone is different, but the reality is that it does end. And so look at yourself. Think about what makes you happy. Think about what you love. Think about what makes you smile, and enjoy every second of this life, because you don't know how many more seconds there are. So on that really uplifting point, I'll end this evening, because it's a little later than I wanted. I wanted to do this earlier, but stuff gets in the way, and I'm a very good procrastinator. I absolutely admit my faults, some of them. And I could have done it earlier. But then it would have been a different talk because I wouldn't have known this information and I wouldn't have brought it into the conversation. And I might have chosen a different topic to talk about. So the goal to walk away with is that yes, life is hard. We all have to work through things, and Champions Over Cancer actually will speak to life. It speaks to life. It speaks about optimizing your quality of life. And it speaks to what will make you happy. So enjoy it. Stop and smell the roses, to be a little, whatever that word is. And just look around you, what you have, that the things that cannot be replaced, the things that are irreplaceable, your memories, your family, your friends, your photographs. It's your history. It's unwritten, and you can't replace it. A couch, a chair, you can replace that. But your memories and your experiences are unique and are yours, and you need to hold on to them. So, for that, I'll say goodnight, and tomorrow is Thursday, and I'm off, so you'll have to figure out when I'm going to be on, and I will be live with you again because I am committed to this 90-day challenge, and I am now 34 days into it, and not as tired as I was. Nothing a couple of days off won't do. Hey, Bridget, I'm just signing off, and you're just signing on. But you can listen to the rest. It's all good. So I hope everyone is safe, tucked in, feels well, and be well. And then I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.